Okay, I think I am live. Hey everyone. So today, well, I'm excited because it's the first time I'm doing one of those live training in a while, and I am on my laptop. Usually I'm on my cell phone, so I hope everything is looking good on the other side. Um, let me just grab my cell phone so I can check. Yeah. Okay. Going to just give everyone a chance to jump on live. Today it's a very big topic. It's a topic I absolutely love. That's my thing. And if you are coming on live, please just say hi. And when you say hi, just put your name because I'm using StreamYard today. I want to share my screen with you. I created some slides today, which is very rare. So I'm using StreamYard, which means that I cannot see who comments. So if you want to say hi, just please put your name too. Let me know where you are tuning in from. I am in beautiful Charleston, South Carolina, and the weather is absolutely gorgeous today. It feels like spring, almost summer. So say hi. If you watch the replay, just put the hashtag replay, so I know who's watching. Let me know where you are tuning in from. I like to see all those places all around the world. Let me know how is your day so far, your weather. Like I said, it's beautiful here. And so I haven't been doing any training here in like, October, November, December. So like 4 months almost. But this one today is very dear to my heart because it is, in my opinion, one of the things that tends to be forgotten when we talk about fertility. And it plays a very big role actually in your life. And there are not too many people really like knowing how to deal with that. So anyway, hello everyone. And if you've been on some of my live training, you know that I tend to be very distracted and I tend to go on tangents. So what I would love to try today is have you post your comment, ask your questions, and I will take some time at the end to answer instead of answering throughout the training, because then I tend to I'm very ADD when I do those trainings, so my mind goes all over the place. So let's try to see if I can keep on focus on what I want to say. Anyway, so ladies, how is everyone? I'm going to before we start, I want to make sure that we all agree on two big truths. Truth number one, you are the powerful creator of your life. Okay? So everything you have in your life, you created it on some level. And truth number two, which is kind of the same, what you ask, you receive. What you ask, you shall receive, right? We all have heard this one. So again, anything that's in your reality, in your life at this moment in time, you have been asking for it. And if it's not what you consciously ask for, it may be because you actually, you've been doing it unconsciously. Okay, so we are going to dive deeper into that. But just, I want to make sure that we are all on the same page here. There is no outside circumstances that are creating whatever you are experiencing today. You are the creator of it. Okay, so I'm going to share my slide, okay? Ready? Da-da-da. Boom. Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, so first, I want to talk a little bit about how the mind works, okay? So it's important to realize that your mind is not just one unified thing. You have your conscious mind, which is, your conscious thoughts, oh, I'm hungry, okay. Your conscious desire, oh, I desire a baby, I desire to create more money in my life, whatever it is that is in your awareness at this moment. And then, and actually, I realized I did my slide backward, but anyway, yeah, that's okay. And then you have this big part of your mind that is subconscious. You all have heard about it, I'm sure. It's becoming very mainstream, right? So in your subconscious mind, there will be a bunch of stuff like, belief, unresolved trauma I have here, ancestral stuff, patterns. We say that they are subconscious because we are not aware of them. They're just playing in the background, in your life without you being fully aware of what's going on. So a good example would be if you look at your computer. Let's say your PC. You know, in the background, so you may be opening up window, a bunch of windows. You may be working on internet, on your email, on whatever you are doing with your computer, and then in the background there is the main, what's the name of it? Like if you have a PC, you have window, running in the background. um I can't remember the name of it anyway. So that's your open windows are your conscious mind, the conscious stuff, your thoughts and stuff. And the windows, playing in the background so everything else can run, is your subconscious stuff. Okay. And then we have the super conscious mind, which is, when you have intuition speaking to you, inspiration speaking to you. So that's really where that come from. And your your super conscious mind has access to what we call universal intelligence, universal mind, the quantum field, whatever you want to call it. It's this big field where everything is, where you can get all the answers you desire. That's not the topic for today, but just know it's possible to access this part of our mind and create magic from that space. If you're interested, just let me know. And there is a great training from Intuition Wisdom Institute that helps connect with this part of ourselves who has access to the quantum field. Anyway, that's it for today. So I have little arrows here because this superconscious mind, can bring inspiration right in your conscious mind, right? But then what's most often, what's really at play is your subconscious stuff dumping things in your conscious mind. So like playing in the background. So for example, your belief create your thoughts. If I'm someone who has a belief that I cannot heal my body myself, well, consciously I may be someone who is going to look for answers outside of me, who is going to doctors and all of that. That's just an example. Okay, next. How do I do next? Okay, here. So your conscious mind is this big piece of the iceberg. Subconscious mind is a big chunk, that's under the ocean that you don't see. One thing to realize is your subconscious mind is thousands of times stronger than your conscious mind. So if you have a conscious desire of having a baby, because let's bring that back into this conversation with fertility. If you want a baby, but then you have some belief behind, could be anything. It could be, I'm not ready to be a mother, giving birth is not something safe, whatever it is. Those beliefs are going to be stronger than your conscious desire. So you see where you may have a problem here. That's just one area of example, how your mind is very powerful in creating your reality. And one thing so why does it all matter? Because your points of view and your belief create your reality. So your points of view, your belief reside in your subconscious mind. Your thoughts and emotion in your conscious mind. My God, that's how to say subconscious, conscious. Anyway, and I realized I really went like boom right in, but because I want to be mindful of your time. Okay, so your belief create your thoughts, create your emotions. Your thought, your emotions that are conscious create your actions, your reaction even, and the energy, the state of, the energy you are in. All of those things then create your reality. So you see how I was saying at first, you are the powerful creator of your life through that, whole motions. And everything starts in your mind, really, when you think about it, you have to think about it first. Okay, so you see that? You create your own reality from your actions, your energy that are based on your thoughts, your emotion, which are based on whatever you have in your subconscious mind most of the time. Okay, so why does it matter when you are trying to conceive? That's really where, we want to bring everything together, because I realized, the first two slides were a little bit like, but now why does it matter so much? Because again, you see your little body here? So your thoughts, your emotion, your energy is going to directly affect your body. And either you are creating health in your body from those, or if you're not creating health, what are you creating? Probably illness, right? So that's why it's so important to look at those things. You know, if you've been trying to conceive for a while now, probably the first thing that you think about is, okay, what can I do to be healthier? What can I do to support my body? Uh, are my hormones, at cause? Do I have enough eggs? We the focus goes right away into what's wrong in the body. But as we can see again, your body is created from your thoughts, your emotion, your energy, your mind, subconscious, conscious. So that's why it's such an important conversation, right? Because if you do all the mainstream, like some, I say mainstream, like if you use conventional medicine, if you use holistic alternative medicine, most of the time, again, the focus is just on the body, which is so important because your body is essential in conceiving. We know that, okay? But again, how much of this body is created from your mind? So you really want to work with the two together. And what I like to say is actually your mind is, your mindset is pillar number one. Because if you do everything right, according to the book, for your body, eating healthy, sleeping, enough hours, exercising, drinking water, blah, 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 blah. But then you have a lot of subconscious belief that go against, that are conflicting with what you desire to create with your body. Guess what? Again, the subconscious is very powerful, guys. So it's going to take over. So if I have a belief around, like I was saying, I cannot heal myself, or I don't know, I need a doctor. I need drugs to, because I come from a family who really believe in conventional medicine. Well, if whatever I do, alternatively, holistically, may not really be sufficient. Puppy is crying. Anyway, so you see the direct effect. Now, let me be even more specific for you. Okay, ready? So here we are. So we have the mind with the subconscious, the conscious, all of those things going on. We create emotions, right? If you have happy thoughts, your emotion will be happy. That's going to be your emotion. That's going to be your energy. If you think things like I'm never going to get pregnant, well, it's more like frustration, stress, maybe sadness, fear. Those are emotions too, different type of emotions. So there is a part of your brain called the limbic system that is going to initiate certain chemicals and electrical signals in your body to match these emotions. Let me repeat that maybe in a different way. This limbic system is going to make sure that your biochemistry going on, in your body is matching your emotions. Ooh, how important is that, guys, to understand? Okay, so your mind creates thoughts, and sometimes they loop in, like they go on and on and on and on. Okay, those thoughts are based a lot on a lot from our subconscious belief. Those thoughts creates emotions. The brain then makes sure that what's going on in your body reflect those emotions. So for example, if you are stressed, if you are in fear, guess what? Your cortisol level go up, right? So it's the biochemistry in the body that gets changed to match these emotions, with all the negative cascade effects on the body. And we know today how bad it is when you try trying to get pregnant, right? So That's one example. Now, I am in love. I feel, I feel good. When you're in love, again, the biochemistry is going to be different now. We release oxytocin in our body, which is a love hormone. We release dopamine. So you can see how the state of mind you are in will affect the chemistry of your body. Different hormones, a different level of hormones are going to be running through your body, creating, of course, a different outcome for you. Can you see that? I know that was a big thing, right? That's a direct way of how the mind affects your body. So yeah, let's leave it to that. If you want to be able to change the outcome, I'm someone very logical, right? So if this goes there, this imply this imply that. If I want to change that, which is my outcome, I need to change this, and then I need to change that. Makes sense. So we want to change the outcome. We need to be able to change the chemistry of our body. We need to be able to change the emotions. We need to be able to change our thoughts. We need to be able to change our points of view and our belief. If your points of view and your belief create your reality, and you want a different reality, what do you need to do? You need to change the thoughts. Sorry. You need to change the points of view and the belief first. Okay. I think that there is one last slide, icing on the cake. So you see, the thing that you have to remember is that you are not just a body. Well, and the body is so important that, we want to love on our body. We want to love our body. We want our body to be our best friends, And we are not just a body. We're not just a physical body. We have a mental body. We have an emotional body. We have the supramental. We have our spiritual body. We have a bunch of bodies. And the thing is to realize they all talk to each other. I think there's a S. They all talk to each other. Your mental body will affect your physical body. Your emotional body affect your physical body. Your physical body affect how you think. So that's all of these little arrows here. They all affect each other. So just focusing on one of them is not enough in most of the cases. Sometimes it is, most of the cases it's not. If you are someone who has been doing all the things, like again, reducing your toxin exposures, doing some detox cleans, eating clean, eating healthy, exercising, doing all the things, and it's still not working for you, well, it may be time to look at all of those other aspects of your being, of yourself. Okay. So that's it for my slides. Yep. What did I have? Okay. And so creating a mindset that is supportive of your fertility, of conceiving, of your body, of your health is very important. Now, I hope you understand, why now. And we saw how it physically affects the body, but there is a lot of other ways it can affect our body, because we really project from our mind. It's almost like we project everything from our mind. So we project a bunch of untruth, a bunch of belief, a bunch of thoughts into our body. Your body is really meant to be helping you, creating this joyful experience, this this joy of living, this aliveness, helping you be on earth and being the most that you can be. But for most of us, it's not the case. Okay, it's not the case. You just have to look around. Maybe your thing is fertility. Someone else is going to have autoimmune. Someone else is going to have whatever pain in the body. It's really what we are living today, but it's not what it's supposed to be. Okay, and if we want to really enjoy our body and our health, we have to clear first all of those unsupportive beliefs, thoughts, and points of view. That's the base of the work. If you don't do that, you just keep recreating the same thing over and over again. And the thing to realize is your body is wisdom. Your body has consciousness. But and your mind lies all the time. Your mind, in access consciousness, they say when you think, so they say your mind is a beautiful thing, which is true, right? I mean, it's amazing. And just waste it, because when you think, you stink. We always all say, you all have heard this, like, when you are stuck in your head, nothing can come out, nothing good can come out, of that space when you are stuck in your head. So the mind lies all the time. Why? Because it's full of untruth in the subconscious. It's full of belief. Where do you think your belief comes from? So, and chances are that you are not fully aware of those beliefs yet, because by definition, those are unconscious. So part of the work is to actually clear those, or making them more conscious. But where do you think they come from? Where do your beliefs come from? Are they yours? Here's the thing. In 98% of the case, they're not yours anyway. You got those from, your parents, your friends, society, um, whatever. Your teachers. From 0 to 7, we're saying that we are like little sponges. We don't have a filter, so we just, get everything that we hear around us. So if you hear something enough time, it leaves an imprint and it becomes a belief for you. So, but the thing that you keep hearing, when you were little, that were maybe your parents' belief, are they truth? Are they true? Is it true that you cannot heal yourself? That you need, you need drugs and doctor and conventional medicine to heal? Is it truth that if you are not able to conceive right now, is because your eggs are not of good quality because you are too old? Is that truth? Or is that a belief around, aging and what the body is capable of when aging? Think about that. So one little thing that you can do today, later, or tomorrow, is start looking at what do believe to be true about your health, your body, and conceiving, and pregnancy, and being a mother. You can start look at those, and you ask yourself, is that the truth? Or did I got to, or did I buy this from my mom, from my dad, whoever? And it doesn't really matter anyway to know who they come from. Down on truth, so we don't need to go too much there. And then you can look at, so what would be a more empowering? No. You can look at those, ask yourself this question: is it truth? And then be really quiet, silent, and just put your hand on your heart and just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and you can just ask yourself, what is the truth here? Just a little thing you can, little experiment you can play with later. Let me make sure that I keep my, everything I want to tell you today. Do you have any question? If you have questions, just go ahead, because I know I just went like boom, boom, boom today again. Let me know if you had some aha moment, like again, like seeing how actually it works, how your subconscious mind can create your body and all of that. It's pretty amazing, right? Because the thing, we still live a little bit in this there is a societal belief, right? If I can see it, it's true. If I don't see it, it doesn't exist. And we don't see our mind, we don't see all those beliefs, we don't see all, the subconscious mind. So we don't realize how much effect it has on this body that we can see, right? We see our body, we feel our body. And another way to say it, so realize that, with all of those things that you keep projecting at your body every day, I'm fat, I'm too old, um, ugly, whatever, I'm this, I'm that, right? All of those thoughts that you keep projecting at your body, how, how do you think your body feels about it? Just take a moment here. Imagine your body is your best friend. Would you keep saying stuff like that to your best friend? Your best friend by then would probably be gone, right? If you kept saying that. Or put yourself in the same situation. Do you have someone in your life who has always been very negative with you? Always criticizing you, like, oh, you are this, you are that, you are stupid, you are blah, 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 blah. How does that make you feel? Pretty crappy, right? Does it make you feel like, oh my gosh, I want to create more, I'm excited, about life, I want to go, no, this is an energy that affects you, like, put you down. So just realize that exactly what you are doing with your body when you have all those thoughts continuing, you know on loop, playing into your head. And unfortunately, by default, that's the type of thought that we tend to think, right? It's very rare that we are like, oh my gosh, I look so good, I'm so pretty, I'm so this, I'm so amazing, I'm so, right? It's really rare that someone just, is like that, myself including, I'm hard on myself all the time. And those things are conditioning. This is things that have been programmed in us since, a long time. Just think at when you are a child, you always want to, you want to do good, right? But, maybe you've been told that was not good enough. So, guys, if you are jumping in, just say hi. I did some slide. It was pretty important what I started, talking about. So, just make sure to watch the replay so you catch the beginning, okay? Because I'll really show how we create our body from our mind, conscious and subconscious. Because there's this part of the brain that will match your emotions, and emotions are based on the thought, on all those things that will match the biochemistry of your body with those emotions, okay? To make it real. Oh, you feel sad today, okay, boom. Or you feel stressed today, okay, boom. Let's have more, let's have an experience in the body that match this emotion. Let's pump up more cortisol, let's pump up whatever hormones that's going to put you a little bit in that space of sadness. Oh, you are feeling in love, great, let's just match this emotion with pumping more oxytocin and dopamine. Anyway, okay, so I got, wait, yeah, so can you see, by always projecting negativity onto your body, how do you want your body to be at its best? How do you want your body to be, yes, okay, I got you, let's have a baby, if everything that you keep thinking throughout the day is how fat you are, how ugly you are, how what's wrong with your body, how blah 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 blah, right? And that's how we create disease. That's how we create a body that's off balance, by projecting all of those non-truth onto it. Okay. You are very quiet, guys. I don't know if you have any questions. I know it was a lot at just at one time. There is just so much I would like to share, but I don't want to overwhelm. I want to keep time in mind, because I always tend to talk too much. If you've been on some of my training before, you know that. But do you have any question? Let me see what I had for you. And the thing is, when you think about it, right? Because those type of thoughts, they tend to be on a loop. Sometimes you wake up, first thing you wake up one morning is, something wrong with your body, thinking about what's wrong with your body. Why I don't have a baby? I'm never going to have a baby. So when you keep playing those thoughts on loop, that's going to be your reality, because your thoughts create your reality. So we talk about how your thought create emotion, create your biochemistry in your body. Now, another way that your thoughts create your reality is through energy. We are energy. We are energy being. It's, law of manifestation 101. What you are, you attract. What you are being is as, if not more important than what you are doing at any moment in time. If you are eating a cheeseburger, if you are in this energy of it's okay, it's not going to do anything for me, I'm just enjoying myself, it's a loving energy, you're in love with your cheeseburger, this cheeseburger is probably not going to be creating anything wrong in your body. But if you go into like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm having this cheeseburger, I should not have this cheeseburger, it's going to mess up my diet, it's going to make me sick, it's going to, I'm guilty, I'm feeling so much guilt, so this energy, this beingness is definitely not the same. So in the second situation, yes, you are going probably to have more issue digesting this cheeseburger. Your beingness is everything, what you are being. And what you are being, of course, will be highly depending on what kind of thoughts you have throughout the day. If I go into, negative thinking, it's hard to, my energy, my beingness is not going to be like light and happy. And your beingness is what creates in your life. Again, you attract what you are being. You attract health when, you are in a positive state. How do we change our belief? Okay, yes, we are going to go there in just a minute. I'm planting, all the context first. Yes, I think that's good. So if you want just a little, image, it's almost like, with all those projections from our mind, we are diseasing, I don't know if it's a word, our body. Imagine the body now being full of untruth. So, okay, now what do we do about it? Alex, okay, I understand, I got it. It's so important to make sure that we master our mind, that we have a positive mindset. And I'm saying positive mindset, but that's not exactly that. But, okay, I got it, I understand. Great. So, in today, you have more and more people really talking about mindset because it's true. It is that important, right? But it's not that easy to change. Okay. Because, you've been like, you've been operating from those beliefs for all your life. It's like, so it's not going to make, it's not going to shift overnight. So it can shift overnight. You can clear a belief. So that's shifting, right? But then you also have to take into consideration that you have neural pathways, right? It's like when you keep thinking the same thing over and over again, those neural pathways become deeper and deeper. So that's what comes first. It's like when language, right? So we want to clear belief. And then we want to repattern, rewire our brain with we want to create new neural pathways that are supportive of what we're trying to create. So it's like, there are a few steps here. And today, when we talk about mindset, people are like, going into like fake positivity, oh, everything is fine, everything is good, just, imagine, how everything work out for your good. So we, using like, so fake positivity, maybe a little bit of, like positive visualization, bringing certain feelings or doing affirmations. So that's great. But, again, just remember this image of the subconscious being 1,000 times stronger than your conscious mind. So your visualization, your affirmation, your positivity, it's something in your conscious mind that you are creating from your conscious mind. But it's not repatterning, it's not clearing your subconscious mind. So those limiting belief, points of view and stuff are still there, conflicting with your positive affirmation. Who is going to win? The big battle here. Who is going to win? Well, your subconscious, remember. subconscious is thousands of times stronger. So we really need to work on a deeper level here. And that takes time. It's a work in progress because we have layers and layers of stuff. I am a work in progress, I can tell you that. um, my life has changed dramatically since I started doing this work, but it's still in progress. So um, what we want to do is, because you have those strong neural pathway, we need to first interrupt. Well, hold on. The first thing is you want to be aware, okay? So everything starts with awareness. Because if you are like in those thoughts, like loop and stuff, but you're not even aware of it, you just don't feel good, but you are not even aware that you are thinking those thoughts. Well, there is not much you can do, right? So first is having the awareness. Oops, here we are. I'm thinking those things again. Okay, what can I do here? So awareness comes first. I always say that. Willingness to be aware, because maybe you have a payoff to stay in that kind of uh like thought pattern. Maybe there is a, and it's not maybe, well, do I want to go into that conversation now? Okay, before we talk about how to do, let's talk a little bit about one thing. You know how I say, ask and you shall receive? And yet I'm sure all of you right now are screaming like, but I've been asking for a baby for a long time and I'm not receiving a baby. Okay. So it's this idea that your conscious thoughts are asked. You know, your prayers are asked, please, please, God, give me a baby. That's on ask. All of your words are asked. So if you are, so let's take an example. You start your day, please, dear God, give me a baby. You go in front of your mirror. I am going to be pregnant this year. I am going to be pregnant this year. Okay, you do this work, conscious work. And then you go out, you meet your girlfriend, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm still not pregnant. I cannot believe it's happening to me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm so tired of it. Those are asks. You go to your doctor appointment. So, doctor, what's wrong with me? I don't understand why it's not happening. Those are asks. And then those thoughts in your head. It's never going to happen for me. I've been trying for years now. What's wrong? Those are asks. So, can you see that you may be consciously asking for what you desire? So let's say in that case, your baby, like a few, several minutes, maybe a few hours, even a day. But then the rest of the time, unconsciously, you keep projecting something that is negative, like, it's never going to happen for me. It's so hard. It's taking so much time. I am too old. Those are asks, and they are conflicting with your conscious ask for a baby. So it's really about watching yourself, having the awareness. You go to see your girlfriend. Don't start with, oh, it's so hard for me to get pregnant. Just talk about something else. Talk about something else. I like my job, I don't know, talk about something else. And then if the thoughts come in, it's too hard, it's never going to happen for me. That's where we need to interrupt the pattern interrupt. Once we interrupt the pattern, we can open up to a new possibility. We can ask questions. And in access consciousness, we use clearing statements to clear the energy of all of those beliefs and thoughts. So someone asked me about how do we change belief? And I'm sorry, I don't have your name because I'm using StreamYard, so I don't see the name. I just see Facebook user. So again, your belief is all of the things that are imprinted in your subconscious that you got from your parents, your grandparents, generation after generation. We pass those down. You got those from your teachers. I have one of mine. I had a teacher when I was in, I don't remember what grade, like fifth grade or whatever. My art teacher told me one time how bad I was. And you know what, guys? Today I'm like someone who say, I'm not creative, I cannot draw, I don't have any skills, I don't have any, like graphic design ability. That's one thing. I have not cleared it yet. I've been, working on some other stuff, but that's something I want to clear at some point, right? Because it's, you know, it's blocking my self-expression. I could be expressing myself through art and I'm not. Anyway, so a way to clear belief is to, you can there are many techniques out there. There are many modalities, right? So for example, I am an intuitive life coach, and we got trained into using higher self, asking higher self, what belief is there, and clearing the belief with truth and integrating the truth into the subconscious. Um, you have access bar. So I love access consciousness. I'm a big, I've done a lot of things in my life because I love all those things, a lot of energy healing modality, coaching things. I did a bunch of stuff. And access consciousness is one of my favorite. It really changed my life when I started in 2018. What I like about access is that it just works. Okay, it works. If you use it, it works. So with access, we don't necessarily pinpoint the belief. We don't dig. We don't look for the belief. We use clearing statement, for example. We use little phrases. We use the clearing statement. We use little processing tools. Um, yeah. So changing your belief required work. Okay. Awareness first, and then interrupting the pattern, and then using a tool. So it could be an access tool, it could be working with someone. It's very hard. It's not easy to just change your belief, like, just like that. You either need right tool, which is what I'm talking about today, or you need someone to help. So let me share. So awareness, interrupting the pattern, opening to new possibilities using a tool. Okay. What's key here is to be relentless with yourself, to be highly aware and to be relentless, so that you can catch yourself anytime you go into the by default negative thoughts that is based from your belief. Rewiring the thought is easier than clearing the belief, but it all it's all possible. um I'm going to give you a little tool today from Access. Okay. So it's this idea that everything in life is just a very interesting point of view. That's it. Everything you hear, very interesting point of view. Everything you say to yourself, everything you think, very interesting point of view. And so that you don't start making it a belief. You don't start like making it a limitation, a solidity into your world. So when you go to your doctor, well, you are over 40, you know what? We may have to try IVF right away. We don't want you to waste time because we are too old, all of those, stuff. What are those? Is this a truth? No, it's not. It's like common, scientific belief, commonly accepted belief. So, but when you hear it, you are going to you will believe it yourself. It's going to leave an imprint in your subconscious. It's going to become a limitation for you. So what do? You go, interesting point of view. He has this point of view. So I would recommend maybe not to say it out loud in front, in the face of the doctor, but just go in your head. Interesting point of view. He has this point of view. Interesting point of view. He has this point of view. And if you are someone connected enough, again, you can put your hand on your heart and ask, what's the truth here? But that, you may need to do a little bit of work to be able to go to that second stage. But hey, everybody, you are connected. You have your higher self always with you, bringing you wherever you need to be. Your higher self probably brought you here today with me. Anyway, so interesting point of view. He has this point of view. You see, it's in two steps. Interesting point of view. He has this point of view. I will never be able to be pregnant. I'm too old. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. So using these little, simple sentences break the pattern and prevent you from buying into the limiting belief. If you buy into the limiting belief, you are going to create your reality from that. And guess what? If you buy into it, it's going to be a lot harder for you to conceive naturally. So don't buy into it. There is this, everybody think so many different things. Don't buy into it. Where is the truth here? Do they have the truth? No. Interesting point of view. They have this point of view. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Oops, I'm losing my little bracelet. Though all of those are just interesting point of view, guys. What else is possible with your body that you have not even considered yet? Because you've been so into like believing, everything else, everything that everyone else is believing. You have been so into projecting, those negative thoughts and those beliefs onto your body that you have not even considered it yet. What else is possible for you that's outside of this reality, beyond this reality? As a multidimensional being, you are able to reach beyond this reality. You are just keeping yourself stuck in that reality, but you can go beyond your body too. So, what else is possible for you and your body that you have not considered yet? What else is possible when you start, clearing those beliefs, when you start repatterning your thought in your brain, when you start developing a positive mindset? So, another thing to realize, and then I think I will talk about something else. In that, ask yourself, are those beliefs mine anyway? When you go into, I will never get pregnant, it's too hard to get pregnant, and all of that, is this your belief anyway? Is this yours? 98% of the time, those are not yours. So you get belief from, your upbringing, whatever. It's conditioning, right? It's programming. All of those get programmed into you. But then your body is this amazing, how can I say it? Awareness mechanism. I don't know how to say it. Your body is highly aware of everything. Your body is energy. And your mind, again, like bypass, a lot of things. Your mind shut down a lot of your awareness. However, your body is fully aware. Okay, it's like, it's this highly sensitive organism. So it constantly receives stimuli, like the temperature and sensation, all of that, but also awareness, energetic awareness of what's going on around. So one thing that your body does, it mimics people around you. I know that sounds like what crazy. It mimics. Look at that, guys. How many of you feel like sometimes when you look at yourself, you're like, oh my gosh, I look like my mom. Oh my gosh, I sound like my dad. Okay, yes, there is some part is genetic. Okay, yeah. But a lot of it is also your body mimicking, energetically mimicking your parents or other people, whoever is in your life. Have you look at, sometimes couples, they look so alike, right? You're like, oh my gosh, they look like brother and sisters, but they're not. They are husband and wife. And it's in the physical aspect, it's in the behavior, the posture, all of that, because body mimics, not mimics. So I don't know, has your mom, struggled with, getting pregnant? Is your body just aware of it energetically and mimicking? Do you have, a lot of good friends, having a hard time conceiving? So that's a little bit outside of, what I wanted to talk about today, because it's a little bit more like woo. But anyway, so guys, if you know Now that you've seen, this training, you really understand and know that you have to work on your mindset to be able to uh, get your baby. And just one quick thing, I keep adding, just one quick thing. It's so important, not just for yourself, not just for having a baby, but also for your baby. The more you deprogram yourself, the more you decondition yourself, the more you clear those subconscious stuff, like trauma, ancestral wounding, belief, the less your baby will have of those. Makes sense, right? Because we pass those on. The same way you got, yours from your parents, your baby is getting some from you, right? So wouldn't that make sense to do this work now before having a baby, so you can really bring into the world a little being that doesn't have to, you know, be as messed up, as you were, or as you are today. A little being who can really be fully expressed in this world without having a lot of limitation coming from you and from past generation. That's so important, guys, and that's actually one of the reasons I do this work. That's one of the my big why, is because I feel it's time for a new generation of children who are fully empowered and not plagued with generational trauma and stuff, not plagued with this survival consciousness that we keep repeating because we keep getting it from our parents and their grandparents. And I think it's time for something else, right? The earth is asking for something else. Anyway, and one other thing, and doing this work is not just to have a baby. Doing this work will impact every area of your life, because again, your whole reality, financial reality, work, relationship, I don't know, whatever health, your every area of your life you create from those thoughts and beliefs and stuff that we are talking about. Learn how to clear those beliefs, learn how to change your thought patterns, and you will be able to change every area of your life. Your money is always a big one, right? Who doesn't want more money? But let's take money as an example. Money is such an easy one. Let's say you want to create an additional $5,000 next month, because you're like, oh my gosh, I never have enough money. I once I pay my bill, there is nothing left. I'm tired of the struggle. I want to create more. Great. Everyone wants to create more. But then, so consciously, you have this desire, I want to create more money. But then unconsciously, you have a lot of belief around money. And there are some easy ones, right? Like money is hard to make, money doesn't grow on tree. Maybe you have stuff around like rich people are bad people. Having too much money is greedy. So maybe you can create it, but you cannot keep it because you don't want to have it, because having money is greedy. Whatever it is for you, right? So money is an easy one. But can you see how you are going to limit what you create in your 3D reality because of those beliefs? It's another huge conversation, but it's the same thing. So once you learn how to do this work, rewire your mindset, like I was saying, you can change your whole life, not just your health and baby, everything. I should I share my, yeah, let me just take 1 minute to share one thing, my story. And it's somewhere in the group I posted about it. So I've been doing a lot of work, for years. But 2018 is when I started working with access consciousness tools. And I did my first access bar in May 2018. At that time, I was not happy, making very little money. I had 5 kids. My youngest was 8 months old or 10 months old. I don't remember. Anyway, she was a baby. And I was still married with a man that I have been sharing my life with since I was 14. Uh, we had a very passionate, love story at the beginning. Imagine when you're 14, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I was so in love for years, and we were like Romeo and Juliet. Anyway, never thought that it could go sideways at some point. But then, you know, 2012, 2013, I realized that I was not happy actually in my marriage, and my husband, my ex-husband now, was oh my gosh, very negative. Anyway, it's all, I'm not going to play the blame game because I created that, right? But I was not happy, okay, guys, in 2018. And from 2012 to 2018, I felt stuck, like stuck in my marriage. Like, I don't know what to do. I have those children. I cannot live, money and all of that. Felt stuck, trapped. And I know it's a case for so many women around the world because I talk to a lot of them. But anyway, and there were like a lot of limitation. I could not see any possibilities. I was in my uh, belief system and thoughts and stuff. And I like to say, it's like having blinders. It's like being a horse with blinders, a race horse with blinders. We can only see a very small, a very, very, very tiny fraction of everything that's really truly available, all the possibilities. And how much we see is based on all of this programming, conditioning, those beliefs and points of view and stuff. Okay? So by clearing all of these, we start enlarging, how much we can see. We start accessing new possibilities. That's exactly what happened for me. So I did my Access Bar class in May 2018. I did one in June. I did one in July. I was using the tools. And boom, July, my ex-husband now moved out. We were able to separate. I was left with 5 children, my youngest being under 1 year old. And yet I was so much happier, and life was just possible because of all of those tools I had. Okay. By doing this work, I was able to see a new possibility for myself that was so out of my reach before that. Like, 5 years ago, if you told me that, I would be single with 5 kids, I would be like, no, oh my gosh, how is it possible? So if you know that you are in that space where you want to reach for more, where you probably have a bunch of beliefs, like that are limiting what's possible for you, that all day long, it's negativity. You cannot even see what else is possible. I would like to invite you to something, okay? Because you can see, I'm passionate about all of this. It's so important to be able to master our mindset, master our mind, so we can create what we really desire in life instead of creating by default, instead of creating based on, this old programming we have that we didn't ask for. We didn't ask for it, but hey, you came, well, you didn't really ask for it, and at the same time you chose your parents, so you chose that on a soul level, but you didn't really ask for it. But doing this work so that your child will be able to not come in this world with all this programming, it's important. So let me share something with you. I created this. It's a beta version. It's a third, okay, where we are going to be on a group call each week, so I can share with you one tool. Each week I will share 1 or 2 tools with you. And then for the rest of the week, you are going to play with it. Because here's the thing. I can give you a lot of information. If you are not applying any of it, guess what? Nothing is going to change. It's this famous quote from Einstein. The definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. Okay? So, is that you today? Have you been doing the same thing, trying to get a different outcome with your health, with your body, with everything? Is it time to change that? Is it time to interrupt all of that and course correct? So, what was I saying? Okay, so the idea is, and that's something to realize, creating mindset shift doesn't have to take time. I can guarantee you, if you apply those tools I will teach you in 30 days, by the end of the 30 days, you will have a completely different outlook on life. You will see life differently. Okay? So it doesn't have to take that much time. But it takes dedication, commitment. It takes having the right tools, and then commitment to in using the tools and staying aware so you can catch yourself. So that's why I created this, so you can get the right tools you need, but then you can implement and use those tools. Okay, so we'll have, group call, a Facebook group, for support, accountability and stuff. And and because it's a better version, I'm giving it to you at a very, very, very affordable price. Okay, uh, my clients pay more than that to work with me, but that's a very, very tiny little commitment from you, a little investment to completely change again your way of thinking and functioning. You change the way you think, you change the way you function. You change the outcome in your life. Okay. So it's 197 if you register before Friday this week. Okay, register before Friday this week. It's only 197. If you need to pay in 2 times, just reach out to me. We can work on that. If you wait after that, it's going to be 297. And guys, if you cannot put a couple $100 in changing your mindset, uh, that's a mindset issue, just right there. Okay, that's just illustrating my point. If you think that money is an issue, there is a mindset work. There is mindset work to do here, because the truth is, we always use money as an excuse, but money is never the issue. Let's not go into a whole conversation there, but just think about that. Money is never the issue. Okay, this is a thought pattern that you've been having for a long time. How are you using money to restrict yourself in your life? How are you using money as a way to choose or not choosing? Just look in your life. How many times have you been using money to dictate what you can do and not do in your life? Okay, so that's a pattern just right there. That's something that you can break free of, again, by doing this program. And here I told you how this has changed my life, but I have a few examples of people who have tried those tools. They have worked with me, they have worked with those tools, and it works. So, and one thing to really understand is it does work. I want you to understand that. Okay, it does work as long as you do the work, as long as you are committed to changing your life, you are committed to changing this mindset, and you are committed to using those tools and staying aware, and not live your life like in a gaze, like on autopilot, like 99% of the population is doing right now, living on autopilot. uh so it does work. It's so important to understand that, because there is so many things out there. A lot of things don't necessarily work. It's very individual based, but I can guarantee you that those tools work for everybody who uses them. Thousands of people around the world has used them very successfully, me included, and some of my clients too. If you want to read that, I'll put those in the Facebook group. So anyway, if you have any question, that's the time. It's been 1 hour. Great. I didn't go too much over. I know it was a lot of information. I'm sorry, but there is so much to cover. I just want to. I really want. I really want you to understand that you are more than a body. And yes, your body is absolutely amazing. Bodies are amazing, but you are not just your body. You have a lot of other layers: emotional, mental, spiritual layers, and they all talk to each other. Your physical health today is a direct reflection, uh how do we say it, effect, I don't know, of your programming, your thoughts, your belief, your points of view, your emotions. Okay, if you're struggling to conceive, there could be something in your body, yes, and there could be something subconscious in your mind, and there could be both. And chances are it's actually both, because again, you are creating your body, and any physical issue you have in your body from your mind. um that's something that we it's this idea like mind over matter, right? Your mind is powerful, guys. It's so powerful. It can completely shift your physical chemistry, your physical reality. Isn't it crazy? And and a lot of times physical illnesses, I don't know if you have, for example, PCOS. So the common belief around physical illness is that it's something going on in the body, you know the body going wrong. Maybe, I don't know, toxins, parasite, I don't know, whatever it is, something going wrong in the body. So yes, there is probably something going wrong, and how much of what's going on has been created from an energetic perspective, from the thoughts, the beliefs, and stuff, from the emotions, you know, and unprocessed emotions can definitely create dysfunction in the body. It's not it, the fact that you don't see them doesn't mean that they don't exist. Okay. Any questions? Well, if you watch the replay and you have questions, please just put ask your question in the comment. I will look at those later. If you are ready to work on this number one pillar for fertility, which is your mindset, I invite you to join. This 30-day program. Again, it's the lowest price it will be at because it's a beta version. I'm doing this for the first time in this format. I'm very excited. It's going to be fun. It's going to be life-changing, seriously life-changing. If you show up and if you commit to it, your whole reality can look different in 30 days, okay? I know I've done it, I've done this work with myself, with clients, many times. So anyway, if there is no questions, I'm going to say goodbye because it's been 1 hour and 7 minutes, so it's not too bad. Okay. So guys, I love you. I love you from all my heart. Please, really take that with you. That nothing can change in your life. You cannot get a different result as long as you are still having the same thoughts and the same belief. Okay. That's it. Your points of view create your reality, period. What you believe is true for you, period. Okay. I love you guys. Bye. And broadcast.